I'm able to live my life as a female, but I know that I'm transsexual. I'm not trying to, you know, fool myself. I know that I was not biologically born female, so I'm not going to come out here and try to tell you, oh yeah, I'm all that, I am the girl. I know that I'm transsexual, but I live as a woman, I'm comfortable as a woman, and my whole life is female now. I think at the stage that all of you are in right now, it's a very difficult time.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel and thanks so much for joining me today. So today we're going to react to this amazing video that somebody sent me. It's from 1995 and it says boy teens who want to be a girl and their mothers. And Jahna Steele chimes in, who's a very famous transsexual woman. So this is really a great piece. I'm really so excited to share this with you today. So with that, thanks again for liking, subscribing to the channel, helping me get this stuff. The comments are awesome. Keep them coming. The channel's growing like mad. It's all because of you, and you know how much I do appreciate it. So with that, let's get into this video clip here.
Here's Carlos, everybody. Carlos wants to be known as Carlisa now. And that breaks your heart, Juanita?
Very much.
How long has Carlos wanted to be Carlisa?
I guess it's been a while now.
But Carlisa, you're only how old?
14.
What grade are you in?
8th.
8th grade. Do you want to have a transsexual operation? Do you want to really be a woman?
I'm not going to go that far, but this is what I want to be for now.
For now. Okay, honey, you stay there. Now,
this is an 8th grader. So also what I want to say, why I wanted to talk about this is because notice they're not calling them trans kids, okay? They're calling them transsexual. Listen to these young people. All of them on this show right here are all males, okay? I also found it quite interesting that they're all black males. So that I think there might be a Puerto Rican in it. I can't remember. But anyway, not any white kids. No girls. It's all boys who want to be girls. And they all use the word transsexual, which I find to be, and so this person just said they don't want to go with the whole thing. They just want to be like this for now.
Now, Jasmine, our next mom, has an 18-year-old son. He recently told her about his thoughts of becoming a woman. Let's bring out Jasmine's son, Stephanie. Here is Stephanie. Come on out, Steph. I don't know what Stephanie's male name was, but she's definitely old lady now. Okay, have a seat there. Now, Jasmine, has this been going on for a while?
Since he was like 13 or 14.
13 or 14. Now, Stephanie, are you sure? Do you really want to be a woman?
Yes, I'm sure.
And I asked Carlisa, I ask you, are you going to go all the way?
I'm sure. I'm going through the process.
You're going through the process right now?
Mm-hmm.
But you're just 18 years old. How could you be so sure?
Because I already figured out what I want to be for my future.
And what's that?
Being a woman.
Okay.
So that one is 18 and going to have a surgery. I don't consider that person a teen. They're I guess 18, but they're an adult and they can make these choices. So this person supposedly is going to go through the bottom surgery. Okay, the next one.
Okay. Michelle. Michelle has an 18-year-old brother who recently told her that he would rather be Michelle's sister than her brother. Let's bring out Michelle's brother, Angie. Come on out, Angie. Here's Angie. Okay. Now, Angie, do you consider yourself a girl now?
I consider myself a girl. I always wanted to be a girl.
You always wanted to be?
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever play dolls with your sister?
We play, we dress. I do our hair when I was little.
Now, when you played dolls, who played the mommy and who played the daddy?
I played.
It's so interesting to me because it's again 1995. Who played the mommy? Who played the daddy? Very stereotypical roles. The other thing I really want to make a comment about is they all want to be women. Okay, they all want to transition to be women. They don't want to transition to be trans. They're not calling themselves trans. They are actually true transsexual people. Now, I would also like to find out what happens to the, I'm going to dig around and see if I can find out what happened to these people later in life.
The mommy, she plays.
All right. Now let's meet Dorothy. Dorothy has seen how unhappy her nephew was growing up, so Dorothy has decided to help her nephew become a woman. Let's bring out Dorothy's nephew, Lisa. Here is Lisa. Come on out, Lisa. Okay, Lisa, I want you to sit down by Auntie there. Okay. Now, Dorothy, were you, as the aunt, the only one in the family really who knew Lisa's desires?
Maybe I was not the only one, but I think I was one of the very first.
That she confided in?
Yes.
Do you consider Lisa a woman now?
Sure.
And do you speak to her as if she was your niece rather than your nephew?
Yes, most of the time.
And how, Lisa, are the rest of the family reacting?
Well, actually, it's weird because it's not discussed, but it's accepted.
So is it just...
But isn't that the point? I mean, to me, I think that's not weird. I think that's awesome that no one really talks about it. You became this woman, and now you're moving forward.
Just assume that you are a woman now?
Yeah.
Wow.
So does that make you happy?
Comfortable.
That's what you want to be?
Extremely.
You sure?
Yes.
You know you're very young.
True.
But are you going to go through this thing? You going to do it? I want you all to see some videotape we have of what the transsexual...
Okay. This next piece is going to be very, very important. I can't believe this is such a great video. It's so great.
We have of what the transsexual operation is like. I don't know really if you know, but we witnessed an operation out in a small town in Colorado where most of these are done in our country. And we have the videotape now. Let's go to that. All right, go to the... What are the phases then of the operation?
Well, we go through the destructive phase first, in which we take off the organs, the male anatomical organs, and then we'll resort to a little creativity to create a vagina and a couple set of lips, and also a cervix and a clitoris, and we'll kind of talk you through those as we go.
Put in layman's terms, Dr. Barber wasn't just cutting off a penis, but rather reshaping one into a vagina.
When we first started, there was a tremendous amount of ostracism in the medical field, even in the psychiatric field, which accepted it first, you know. But at the present time, it's a well-recognized syndrome.
In the operating room, I discovered that to qualify for the operation, a male transsexual must first live as a woman for at least a year, and then undergo a battery of psychological tests. Ultimately...
See? That's literally how it used to be. You had to go through psychological evaluation, a ton of tests. You couldn't just go in and go under the knife like this. The other thing I want to comment on is the doctor saying he's creating a cervix. That's literally not true, especially in 1995. So that's kind of interesting that the doctor was saying that.
Dr. Barber has the last word on whether the operation will become a reality. I've seen a lot of bloody, gory things in my day. That was one of the most horrifying things. Stephanie, are you sure you want to do that?
Yes, I'm sure I want to do that.
Get that old friend cut off?
Oh my God, they can never talk like this now. Get that old friend cut off. So now I'm gonna fast forward here to, they bring this transsexual woman on who's a very famous burlesque, and she's a performer, and I think it is such a great piece here that it is extremely important that this is shown, because you're going to see an elder transsexual talk to a bunch of younger people, and her advice to them is so amazing and profound in my opinion.
We have an expert here, a very renowned expert to help bring some understanding to these families, a celebrity who knows firsthand what these young people will soon be experiencing. She's the Las Vegas showboy who turned showgirl. She's now appearing in her own burlesque show in Hawaii. Please welcome Jahna Steele, ladies and gentlemen. Jahna Steele, the lovely Jahna Steele.
I'm here from Hawaii.
Jahna, you look marvelous, honey.
Thank you. How are you, Geraldo?
I'm good. Nice to see you.
See, that looks great. Our governor in Hawaii wore one like it, so we figured
so
my girlfriend
good,
Susan and I brought you one.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Aloha from Hawaii.
Thank you. How do you like Hawaii?
It's gorgeous.
Enjoying yourself?
I don't ever want to leave.
So you're in like your own theater now on Oahu?
Yes, at the Beachcomber in Waikiki. We're opening on the 9th, actually. We're at the Hula Hut, and we've closed the show down for a few days, and we're reopening. And a show called Boylesque. It's all built around me. It's fabulous. It's a wonderful show. If you're ever in Hawaii, come see me. Be my guest.
It's so sad because I don't know if you know, she passed away. And Jahna, Jahna Steele, Steele. It's quite sad, but if you see, again, look at the difference in a person who really wants to transition from male to female, makes a huge effort. I don't think anyone would ever know. I think she got outed. I think the story behind her is nobody knew. She looks totally like a woman and sounds like a woman and like everything, and then somebody outed her and she lost her job, which is, I think that's just not okay. If she's not doing anything other than dancing and singing, it just seems so crazy to me that she would lose her job.
Now, what happened with your marriage? You got divorced?
I got divorced before, but last time I was here on your show, I had a boyfriend, and I broke up with him because he was abusive and so. Sorry. Nice guy, though.
Otherwise, a nice guy.
Yeah.
Now, you see before you 4 teenagers, and we're going to bring out a couple more as the show progresses, all of whom look to you as kind of the role model, in a sense, because you're so lovely and you've managed the transformation so successfully, I guess you'd say. I mean, true, right? I mean, you've never had any regrets, have you?
No, never.
And yet here you have a 14-year-old boy. Isn't that a little soon to be contemplating anything like that?
Do you know what? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I look at y'all back on the monitors and my heart breaks. I don't know. I mean, I say right now, I don't know what's right for any of you because I'm not a professional. I think that for me it was in my heart and it was in my soul and nothing could have deterred me. But for me to sit here and tell you that this is right for you would be totally wrong for me. All I can do is offer any kind of advice. And for the parents, it has to be probably the most difficult thing a parent could ever go through. And I think more than anything, I would recommend education and even therapy. I always would suggest some type of therapy between the two of you and individually, so that in fact you know that if the decision is correct, you can grow together so that it's right. Because it's a very difficult, it's a long road, but if it's something in your heart and your soul, you'll manage it, you'll maintain and attain it. And I've been very happy, I've been very lucky in my life. And I would like...
What an amazing, I mean, wow. I just, you know, do you see that loving, she's really saying, okay, she's saying, you've got to think about this. It is so important. We don't have this kind of advice to these young people anymore. We're like, oh, you're 8, you're trans, slam me with puberty blockers, and you know who you are. This is an elder transsexual woman who's gone through it all, who was saying so many profound things. I'm not a professional. I don't know. You need to go to therapy. You and your mom needs to go to therapy. You need to figure this out. And it takes a long time, and don't rush into it. Everything she's saying, we don't say that anymore to these young people. We're like, you know who you are. Just do it. It's just so profound to me that we would go from such an amazing, beautiful, loving, compassionate space, not calling them trans kids, but calling them teens of boy teens who want to be girls, okay, transsexuals, and also understanding the long road it is, and having an elder transsexual speak to them in such a beautiful, loving, compassionate way.
To think that all of you could have the same thing, that if that's what you wanted to.
And it doesn't always go right.
No.
I mean, we have some videotape of one of these procedures that went horrifyingly wrong. And at this stage, I'd like to roll that tape. Here it is. A well-known fellow, I'm sure recognized by many regular viewers of the program, underwent the procedure. Here it is. Our stage manager, Mike Jake. Come on, Mike, come on. Mike, here he is. Here's Mike. Come on, here's Mike. just kidding, just kidding. All right. All right, just kidding. I'm just kidding. But, Angie,
See, we used to even be able to laugh at ourselves. Even Jahna's laughing about it. I mean, come on, it's kind of funny. It's like, but today that would be considered transphobic and not okay. It's so funny to me how things have changed so drastically and so crazy out of control.
The point is, what you're doing is going to subject you to some ridicule. It's going to, people poke fun at you. People are going to call you names. You're going to go through a very tough process.
When I was different, when I was a boy, They used to make fun of me. They used to call me names. But now that I'm like this, they can't really tell, what I am. So I could walk in the street like anybody, a regular girl do, talk to any boy that I want to, and I don't have no problems. They don't call me name.
What about the dating scene?
Oh, the dating scene, you just play around with them.
What's that?
You just play around with them. You really,
You play around with them.
Saying I like I'm a period.
Oh, gross.
But
I can't do that.
But what happens when they find out?
When I tell them before when we're gonna be in a relationship, so I tell them, I let them know what's up, I don't just.
Oh wow! I don't even know it. So I guess she is coming clean. This young person is coming clean when they're dating, but play around with them. So I don't really know what that actually means.
Go and do whatever I want. I let them know what's up. Like right now, I got a boyfriend. He didn't know what I was. He just found out, and he's still with me.
Can I interject?
You're our expert, honey.
For me, I know what it's like, but I was not sexually active until after my surgery, basically because for me, I didn't feel correct until after I'd become female. I think it's very difficult, and for me, my advice, if you will, would be to identify more with yourself as a woman and grow as a woman before that, because sexually, I think you're going to be very confused with yourself if you're sexually active before the surgery. Now, that's just my belief. I mean, you're welcome to do anything you want, and God bless you. It doesn't mean I like. And what other people think, like of me, thinking as a transsexual, other people's reality of me is really none of my business. The message that I try to convey is that transsexuality is out there. I'm able to live my life as a female, but I know that I'm transsexual. I'm not trying to, fool myself. I know that I was not biologically born female, so I'm not going to come out here and try to tell you, oh yeah, I'm all that. I am the girl. I know that I'm transsexual, but I live as a woman. I'm comfortable as a woman, and my whole life is female now. I think at the stage that all of you are in right now, it's a very difficult time, and I think that you need to grow more as a woman. You need to grow more a female. Not that you're not, because I think you are. Don't get me wrong. But as you grow more as a female, you'll get more into an identity of your sexuality. Because right
Do
now,
you think Angie should have told her boyfriend?
I didn't either when I was young. I mean, when I was young too, and what am I, like 2 years older than you? I didn't either when I was
barely.
Just barely. I didn't either when I was young, but I think now I always let them know up front and before. Of course, I'm really public with it too now. I think that it's fair because I think that a human being has got the right to have a choice. I really do. I believe a man has to have the choice.
Teen boys telling their moms, I want to be a woman. How would you react? The focus of this edition of For All.
This woman, wow, what a shame that she's not here anymore, okay? Because this is what we need. We need people like this, okay, sitting with these young people and getting to see us and understanding that this isn't the easy road you think it is, and it's not all fun and games, and it's not trans euphoria, and you don't get to just be this person. You have to go through understanding you can't turn back. There's no U-turn. These detransitioners are all going to suffer. They're not making a U-turn and going back to the way they were when they started, before they started this transition. They are all going to be suffering from the consequences of hormone surgery, even if they didn't do that. Just mentally dealing with the consequences of identifying as trans. As you notice, every time Jahna spoke about themselves, it was about being a transsexual, and that they know that they're not, even though they identify, they didn't use those words, but I'm a female, I'm a woman, but I know that I'm not. I know that I'm biologically still male. This is the way we used to talk about it, and it was perfectly fine and perfectly okay because it's the reality of it, and everyone accepted. People who don't accept you, that's just the reality of life. But to give young people this false hope that you are going to have this amazing life when you take puberty blockers and you're going to become a boy, and it's such a lie and such a shame that we would do that to children. Not only that, I really want you to understand how powerful this is for me to see the fact that they use transsexual, that they're not calling these young people trans kids, that they're saying that a boy who wants to be a girl, and sitting them out there in a public environment for them to talk about it, even though I think one of them was 18, which I don't necessarily think of it as a child, but to take on transition is such a huge thing. why are they all male to female? And today, fast forward, why are they all female to male? I think it's very interesting to me to see it's now all young girls wanting to be boys, as opposed to before it was all more males who wanted to be females. So thanks for sitting with me today. Thanks for watching this amazing piece of history. Thanks to the person or persons who sent this to me. I love stuff like this. I love commenting on it. I love showing you the differences. I love really bringing an elder's voice to this conversation about trans in order to get us back to a safe, sane, and consensual transition for adults and not letting children get into. I don't know if these kids were medically transitioned. They all kind of pass as female. I don't really know because they don't really talk about it, but they all want to have the surgery. But that being said, they still seem a little bit like they're not so super happy, but maybe they're just nervous in front of the camera. So with that, thanks again so much for liking, subscribing, joining my channel. I do appreciate it a lot, and getting this out to people who might be able to see it. So I'll see you guys all on the next one.